Hey guys, so here's a look at the Uniden LRD450 radar detector. It's one of Uniden's new radar detectors that they've recently released, and this is their new most affordable basic entry-level model. They've also released a couple other detectors. This right here is the 450. They've also released the LRD750 and the LRD950. These detectors, have more features and options, a little bit more expensive, all that good stuff. This is going to be their most basic one. And the 950 has actually been showing some real potential in my testing that I've been doing. And so recently went out and got the 450 and the 750 strictly for testing purposes to see how they do. Now in this video, I'm not going to be going over the test results because I pretty much just opened these guys up last night. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look just at the basic design and layout of the detector, the features, the display, what it sounds like in practice, just kind of a basic overview of what the detector has to offer. So that said, let's go ahead and take a look at it. So this is the detector right here. It's got a black finish on it. Our display looks like this. We've got some LEDs there for the different bands. We'll go ahead and turn it off and turn it back on so you can see the boot up process and the display. So as you can see, we've got different colors there for the different bands, which is pretty nice. X, K, and KA band. Looks kind of cheapy and Cobra-like in a sense, but I'm sure it works. It does not offer a frequency display. You can see where the H is, tells us currently we're in highway mode. That number went 1 through 5 on boot up. That's going to be our signal strength meter. We'll go ahead and do it again, and that'll tell us how strong the signal is. There. And it also switches to L when we encounter laser. So that's the display right there. We've got our power button and our volume, well, not button, but it's like a dial basically, all the way up, all the way down, and just turn it off that way. This is how we boot it up. Yay. Up on top, we've got our speaker right there. We've got a couple different buttons right here. We've got city and highway mode, our mute button, and our display dimming right there. You'll notice there's not actually a menu button to go in through the menus. This one doesn't actually have any menus to go in and configure the options. All the options, the few of them that there are done by these buttons right up here, and I'll walk you guys through that in just a second here. Let's see, we've got our power cable right there. It uses kind of the round power plug, not an RJ11 cable. There is no USB port that's available here on this detector, so it's not going to offer any sort of firmware updates. In terms of the horn, we can see we've got our round condenser lens right there. Radar horn is right there. Laser receiver and rear laser receiver right there. It's a little pop-up guy. Notice the LRD950, its rear laser sensitivity wasn't that great. Maybe this guy will be better. I don't know. We'll see. So again, test results and all that good stuff to come. Speakers right there on top. We've got our release cable right there for the windshield mount. It uses two suction cups. And then, yeah, so really, really simple. Let's go ahead and go through now the features. Comes with a little paper manual. We'll open this up and kind of go over the features and options that it's got available. So basically what we're looking at here with the different buttons, right up here on top, we can switch between two different city modes and highway mode. The H lets us know that we're in highway mode, just basically, normal, full sensitivity, all that good stuff. Normal alerting on all bands. If we push the city button right there, it'll switch to city mode right there. And basically what that does is it's going to change X band so that if the signal is weak, you'll get your visual display but no audio alert. It'll keep the signal muted until the signal strength is 3 or higher. So basically, kind of keeping X band signals muted when you're driving around in town unless they're stronger. If we push the city button again, it switches to City 1. City 1 is basically going to say, go ahead and just turn X band off altogether. There's no ability to turn K-band on or off. There's no ability to turn Ka-band or laser on or off. All you can do is highway, city, and City 1, where highway is normal alerting on all bands, City 1 turns X-band off, and city in the middle keeps X-band muted until it's a stronger signal. But from what I understand, it doesn't seem like it actually adjusts the sensitivity of the detector in any way. It's just the muting parameters and turning X-band on and off. Okay. Our mute button, or actually, yeah, if we press and hold this, that's how we're actually going to access our K-band filtering options. A good rule of thumb is 1 beep is the feature turned on, 2 beeps is the feature turned off. So press and hold city again, And F, you can see there's a little dot there on the screen that tells us that our K-band filter is turned on. Good for blind spot monitor filters, all that good stuff. If we want to turn that filter off for better performance, we'll press and hold the city button. You'll notice the dot goes away on the screen, and our K-band filter is turned off. Okay. When we encounter a signal, if we want to mute it, we can press the mute button right there on the screen. So we'll go ahead and fire up a radar gun real quick so we can see what the signal is like. There's also an auto mute functionality, which is activated by pressing and holding the mute button. If we do that, we'll see 2 beep, so it turned off. If we press and hold it again, 1 beep, so the auto mute is turned on. So we'll go ahead and hit it with KA band. Oh, nice and responsive, very nice. There is our signal, and it auto muted for us. If we want, we can just press the mute button right there and go ahead and keep shooting it. So you'll notice there's no more audio alert. Sorry for the reflections in the window there. So that's our KA band alert. We also have a dim button right there, which is going to be letting us dim the display. So this is on full sensitivity right there. Go to reduced, or the darkest option right here. Good for more nighttime usage. Press it again, and it goes to full brightness. So for the video, we'll do it like that, kind of medium brightness. If we want to change pop mode, we'll also access that with the dim button, but in this case, we're just going to press and hold it. And we've got P right there, 1 beep, so pop mode is turned on. Press and hold it, and that turns pop mode off with 2 beeps. So that's how pop mode is accessed. And then if we want to reset it to factory defaults, the way we do that is just press and hold, city and dim. Resets the factory defaults, and it goes back to like K-band filter on, pop off, highway mode, full brightness, just, you know, basic factory recommended defaults, that good stuff. So that's really about it. There's not, like I said, a whole menu that you can go through. You just have a couple options that are accessed here through these buttons here. Like I said, there's no way to turn off K-band altogether if you want to do that. You do have a filtering option. I don't know yet how well it performs, but nice to see that that is available. It's definitely important. There's no frequency display. Again, you'll see when I hit it with KA-band. It gives me signal strength and the green KA light, letting me know that this is KA-band, plus of course the audio alert. If we hit it with laser, we'll go ahead and do that real quick. Just mute it real quick. So there's our laser alert. You'll see it's got the L there on screen. There's no sort of identification based on pulse rate or anything. It just says laser, which is what most detectors do. So yeah, anyways, there's a quick run through of the detector. As you can see, it's pretty basic and simple. There's not a whole bunch of features, but you do have some of the important stuff like identifying, you know, it's KA band, that's good to know. I do like that it has the colors on the screen. My V1, for example, all the lights are red, so it can be a little bit tough sometimes to ID what's what. This one having the different colors does help. The screen is pretty simplistic and basic. It's not fancy at all, which you know, makes sense for a detector, less than $100. Performance-wise, we're definitely gonna have to see how it fares. Just kind of curious to see how it does. Something really interesting is I found, you'll notice on the box it says it's got protection from all radar and laser guns. And yeah, it actually does really well there. I've got a little laser tester here, the anti-laser one. On the back, you'll see it actually can simulate a whole bunch of different laser guns. And something pretty interesting is we'll pull out the pulse pattern for the Dragon Eye Compact. Go ahead and wake this guy up. So 9 quick presses. Okay, so there's 9. And we can trigger it. Turn it down a little bit. But yeah, so pretty interesting. You can see this guy actually does respond to the pulse pattern from the Dragon Eye Compact. So hey, looks like Unidin's done their homework there. So really interesting stuff coming out from Uniden. So anyways, that's just a quick look here at this LRD450. I'm going to be doing some testing over the next couple weeks to get a feel for the performance, capabilities, all that kind of stuff. See how well it does in practice, run it against a bunch of other detectors, kind of standard fare, you know? So yeah, there you go. There's a look at this detector and different features that it has. So thanks for watching.